You can spend hours buried in your notes, only to wake up the next morning and feel like most of it vanished overnight. But in Japan, students manage to memorize thousands of kanji characters, symbols with multiple layers of meaning, and hold on to them for life. So how do they pull it off? If you've ever studied hard all evening, closed your book with pride, and then felt like your mind erased everything by sunrise, you're not alone. It's not about being lazy or not smart enough. That's simply how memory works. The brain filters what feels important and throws away the rest. Here's the twist. Japanese students are expected to master over 2,000 kanji before graduating. They don't just recognize them, they can write, pronounce, and use them in daily contexts. Imagine remembering thousands of mini puzzles that stick with you for decades. How is that possible? It's not about endless hours or superhuman discipline. The secret is rhythm. Their study habits sync with how the brain naturally learns and remembers. And you can copy the same steps no matter what you're trying to learn. Most people assume learning begins once you sit at a desk. In Japan, the process starts earlier. From the moment the day begins, students prepare their minds. The brain isn't an on-off switch, it's like soil. If you plant into dry, neglected ground, nothing grows. But if you prepare it first, everything takes root. That's why many students begin their morning with light, natural exposure, like walking to school or stretching near a sunny window. That sunlight signals the brain. Wake up, it's time to focus. It boosts alertness, resets the body clock, and sharpens memory. Some add a bit of movement, not a workout, just a few minutes. Science shows even short bursts of activity can improve recall by around 20%. Before diving into new material, they quickly revisit yesterday's lessons. Not rereading or highlighting, but testing themselves, forcing the brain to pull knowledge out instead of pushing more in. This simple act locks yesterday's pathways before new ones are built. Even rituals matter. Pouring tea, arranging a desk, or pausing to breathe aren't wasted minutes. They signal the brain, pay attention, this is important. That sense of importance is what shifts knowledge from short-term storage into long-term memory. Now, while Western students often cram for hours on end, Japanese students pace themselves. Their afternoons are built around blocks of effort. About 40 minutes of focus, 10 minutes of recovery. These pauses aren't wasted. They allow the brain to replay and strengthen what was just learned. That's why knowledge sticks instead of fading. Another key is spaced repetition. Revisiting material at growing intervals, day 1, day 2, day 4, day 7. Each review sharpens memory like honing a blade. Instead of rereading endlessly, they use less time more effectively. Even diet and small habits play a role. Lunches tend to be lighter, foods that fuel the body without creating an energy crash. Small acts of mindfulness, deep breaths, resetting posture, or a pause for silence, keep attention sharp. And then comes the night. While many students waste evenings scrolling or binge-watching, Japanese students often end the day with just a few minutes of light review. That signals the brain, this matters. During sleep, your brain replays the most recent experiences and moves them into long-term storage, like hitting save on a file. Skip that, and much of your effort disappears. Deep, restful sleep becomes the ultimate learning hack. That's why routines matter. Dim lights, less screen time, winding down slowly. Every distraction before bed steals from the memory you worked all day to build. Many also practice Kaizen, tiny, steady progress, like reviewing a single flashcard or writing one short sentence before bed. Small steps done daily build unstoppable momentum. There's even a word for it, the space between. That pause before sleep, a moment of silence, helps shift the brain from stimulation to restoration. When the body rests, the mind remembers. The takeaway? Learning isn't about all-nighters or raw intensity. It's about rhythm, aligning mornings with focus, afternoons with structure, evenings with closure, and nights with rest. Japanese students don't succeed because they're smarter. They succeed because their system works with biology, not against it. So here's your challenge. Tomorrow, try one piece of this rhythm. Maybe a quick morning stretch. Maybe reviewing yesterday's notes instead of diving straight into new ones. Maybe switching your phone off earlier before bed. Just one change. Because the truth is, you don't need more hours in the day. You need a better rhythm. And once you feel the difference, you'll never go back. If this inspired you, stick around. Subscribe, share this with a friend, and let's rebuild how we learn, smarter, not harder.